Hi, Kate.
From coast to coast, you've seen us around. We live and work in the communities we serve. Our commitment runs deep. We're invested here, creating good jobs and supporting small businesses, many of which we're proud to call customers. You count on us to keep you connected to what matters most. And we're committed to delivering you the best internet, TV, and mobile service. We're Spectrum, connecting the places we all call home.
This is ESPN on ABC.
Welcome everyone to Death Valley, where for more than a decade, Clemson fans have cheered for the dominant team in the ACC and a national powerhouse. Dabo Swinney's Tigers are the defending conference champs and have won 7 of the last 8 ACC titles. Their predecessors as the annual fixture topped the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. After some down years, Mike Norvell has built the Noles back up to the point where their fans believe they're ready to retake their position as the top program in the ACC. Welcome everyone to ESPN's Afternoon College Football on ABC, presented by Gillette Labs. From Memorial Stadium in Clemson, South Carolina, what is annually the game of the year in the ACC. Number 4, Florida State against unranked Clemson, the 2-1 Tigers, out of the AP Top 25 for just the 17th time in the last 200 polls, dating back to 2011. Sean McDonough along with Greg McElroy, delighted to have you with us. I think that polling indicates the perception of these two programs right now, Greg, despite the recent dominance. Clemson perceived as a program that might be slipping just a bit. Florida State clearly on the rise and determined to make a point today. They're the favorite here today.
Well, Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers would like to use Lee Corso's famous line, "Not so fast, my friend." An ugly loss week 1 to Duke, but they could really point to self-inflicted mistakes in that performance. 4 red zone trips that resulted in just 7 points, 2 turnovers, a missed field goal. They looked in the mirror and said, if we play to our potential, we're as good as we've ever been, and they'll continue to be a dominant force in the ACC.
As Dabo Swinney said to us yesterday, they don't give out trophies in September. One of the biggest reasons why Florida State is the favorite here today on the road is their quarterback, Jordan Travis, having an outstanding season.
He's a terrific player, a young player a few years back that took his lumps occasionally, played with some inconsistencies, still occasionally has those every once in a while, but you look at the second half performance against LSU, he was flawless, and he has really gotten comfortable in Mike Norvell's offense. He's a Heisman Trophy contender for a reason. He's going up against a young guy for Clemson in Cade Klubnik that's also had his fair share of ups and downs early in his career. First start against Tennessee, not so great, struggled against Duke at times, but has really found himself these last 2 weeks against lesser competition, and hopefully is getting more comfortable in new offensive coordinator Garrett Riley's system.
Clemson has won the last 7 head-to-head against FSU. ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Somebody gotta dig down deep. Mean what they say what they mean, yeah, the way I see it. Might as well be me.
Cheese, crackers, Sargento, yum, 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 perfectly sized. Cheese and Ritz, cheese and Triscuit, cheese and wheat thins. Cheese, real natural cheese. Now with your favorite crackers.
Sargento.
We're real cheese people.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Pack all the things. Stay even longer. And keep the tradition going. It's the flexibility you want, only at Southwest.
There's so much to protect in our lives. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
with the Stars. Season premiere live Tuesday on ABC and Disney+.
When it comes to new Ford trucks in the upstate, one name means more. Fairway Ford, where you'll find 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $7,000 off a new 23 F-150 XLT Crew Cab 4x4. Fairway Ford, where we're always open at fairwayford.com.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add on an all-new footlong sidekick. We're talking a $2 footlong churro, $3 footlong pretzel, and a $5 footlong cookie. Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick. Order one with your favorite Subway Series sub today.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? The best team in smart home security. CPI.
Get our best offer of the year and save 50% off all CPI Essentials packages during our 4-day sale.
Save thousands on major brands during the authorized factory reduction sale at Carolina Furniture Concepts. Save 20 to 60% off brands like Flex Steel, Klausner, Natuzzi, and Ashley. Shop either location this week only at Carolina Furniture Concepts.
Fairway Ford has the upstate's largest selection of Ford SUVs, and for a limited time, you'll find 2.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $5,000 off our lineup of Ford crossover and sport utility vehicles. Fairway Ford, where we're always open at fairwayford.com.
For the best prices in the Carolinas, shop Spartanburg Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
This is the ACC on ESPN. #36th meeting all time. Florida State kicks off. They won the toss and deferred. Ryan Fitzgerald's kickoff's a touchback. Here's Molly McGrath.
Sean Dabo Sweeney made a last-minute change to his roster after trouble in the kicking game last week. Walk-on place kicker Jonathan Whites had left the program and leased an apartment in New York where he was getting ready to start as a financial analyst just over a week from today, until he got a call from Coach Sweeney this past Sunday asking him if he was interested in kicking again. Whites is eligible because he's taking online courses, but he hadn't kicked a football since April. He has never kicked a field goal in college, and today is the first day that he's available for live contact. And in pregame warmups, he made 17 of his first 20 field goal attempts, and his longest was from 45, Sean.
It's an incredible story, which we will continue to add on to as we go. Great job, Molly. Here's Will Shipley on first down for Clemson. He is their leading rusher and has had, Greg, outstanding success against Florida State in the last two meetings, 100 yards rushing plus in both games.
And he's a terrific player, obviously excellent between the tackles, but has breakaway speed on the perimeter and can be a valuable resource for Cade Klubnik as a receiver in the passing game.
Gain of nearly 5 on the first play from scrimmage. Klubnik into a crowd, and it's batted down by Kalen DeLoach. Outstanding linebacker. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Klubnik without a couple of key weapons today. Antonio Williams, their leading receiver, is not going to play with a lower body injury suffered in their win against Florida Atlantic last week. And Cole Turner, another important receiver, is gone for the year after adductor surgery. So they're a little diminished at the wide receiver position. Good time for Klubnik, on target, first down. Bo Collins, a 6-yard gain to the big target, 6'3", 210 out of Los Angeles.
Nice accurate throw from Cade Klubnik, working against Fentrell Cypress, the excellent transfer corner from Virginia. Bo Collins on the slant, perfect throw, nice conversion.
Cypress, one of many transfers who have been a big part of this return to prominence for Florida State. Shipley taken down by Tatum Bethune, a hard-hitting run stopper at linebacker.
You would think Florida State's game plan defensively is completely sell out against the run. Do not let Phil Maffa and Will Shipley get going. Put the pressure on the quarterback, keep them behind the sticks, and allow their terrific defensive ends to pin their ears back in obvious passing downs.
Shipley and Maffa are in there together on 2nd and 9. Maffa. Good run after the catch. Some poor tackling by the Noles, and it's a gain of 6. And they'll go quickly to the line. In this new look offense, Garrett Riley, the offensive coordinator, brought over from TCU. And he calls it the dirt raid. He's out of the air raid system, popularized by Mike Leach and others. But unlike a lot of air raid programs, they lean much more heavily on the run. Hence the dirt raid. On 3rd and 3, Shipley did not get there. About 1.5 yards short, and Dabo Sweeney has an early decision on 4th down in his own territory. Braden Fisk made the stop. He's been remarkable, in the words of his coach, Mike Norvell. Dabo ready to send the punt team out. And already a smattering of boos with that decision.
Dear Florida State, be alert for the fake right here. Nearing the 50-yard line, I'd like to go punt safe and make sure my antenna was up for any snap that was offline.
Aiden Swanson is the punter. Keon Coleman, another one of those transfers, made a huge impact. Now they move into position like it might be a fake, or perhaps just trying to draw Florida State offside. And they took too long to do it.
4th down.
Dabo Sweeney today looking for ACC regular season win number 100. The only coach in conference history to reach and surpass that mark, the Florida State legend Bobby Bowden, who won 117 regular season ACC games. Swanson, good punt. And Coleman has it go over his head and into the end zone. A 60-yard punt. Jordan Travis and the Noles on offense for the first time. When we come back to Clemson.
When you use reward points to get something for free in the McDonald's app and treat a friend with it, they don't have to know it was free. That can be our secret. Earn free food with the app.
We love our house.
It's on a great block, tree-lined streets.
The neighbors are observant.
And we're back at the Sullivan house.
It's lawn day, Sheila, and the leaves are piling up.
Ugh, bit of an eyesore.
I'll say.
Dry shave. Interesting technique.
That's going to come back to haunt him. Some people clean while they cook, not these folks.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Saves us a ton.
If only they'd bundled the leaves. You know, I wouldn't have pegged these two as yogis.
I still don't.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Tacos, wings, pizza, curry, poke. Have you heard about poke?
Lunch? Yes, please. That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah, it is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water? Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What?
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Popeye's new sweet and spicy wings don't make sense. Marinated and tossed in a blend of chili, garlic, and ginger, as sweet as they are spicy.
Nice catch. Butterfingers.
Just like my Nana. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Oh, man, the way Bryce is able to cover the whole field is incredible.
Yeah, he's really spreading it around. You guys could help, you know.
Just doing our jobs, Bryce. Just doing our jobs.
Yeah, we're working, too.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. My lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Celebrity Jeopardy is back. Hosted by me, Ken Jennings.
Your charities seem amazing, but mine's empirically better.
Celebrity Jeopardy premieres Wednesday, 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Back in Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State ready to go on offense for the first time, led by Jordan Travis, the 23-year-old from West Palm Beach, making his 31st career start. 3-0 this season, including an opening win against LSU, in which he was terrific. Dual threat quarterback, gets it out into the flat immediately. Lawrence Toafili out to the 28-yard line. Travis started his career at Louisville, played in just 3 games in 2018, transferred back to his dream school, Florida State. It wasn't easy early on. Started out 2-4 in his first 6 starts. Had trouble throwing the ball, thought about becoming a wide receiver. Mike Norvell arrived, had great faith in him as a quarterback, and he has developed. 18-6. He's won his last 9 games as a starter, as have the Noles, and there's a powerful run by Trey Benson. 6 yards and a first down. That 9-game winning streak back to last year is the 4th longest active streak in the country.
And Jordan Travis is a testament of perseverance. So much of playing the quarterback spot is confidence. He didn't have it until Mike Norvell arrived, and the sky's the limit for this young man with his ability to run and throw the ball down the field.
Impressive young man, a team leader. Dabo Swinney raved about his appreciation for Travis as both a person and a player. Still 5 on the play clock. As always, as the visitors, you battle the deafening noise here at Memorial Stadium. Benson for 1. Alex Atkins, Greg, the offensive coordinator, told us during the week, part of that development of Travis, he has free will at the line of scrimmage, to use Atkins' expression. He can change the play, basically do whatever he wants.
Did so right there, adjusted it at the line of scrimmage, complete freedom to change anything he sees defensively.
2nd down and 9. Travis fires, caught, short of a first down is the tight end Kyle Morlock. Got close, but about a half-yard shy. A gain of 8 to the transfer from Shorter University, a D2 school down the road in Rome, Georgia. Alex Atkins doubles as the offensive line coach, and he is a veteran group that welcomes back Maurice Smith at center today. Benson got just enough for the first down. Bounced off the hit from Jeremiah Trotter. Justin Maskell also in there for Clemson.
And Mike Norvell does such a great job to start games and halves, making adjustments in the second half and scripting his plays in the first half. They have scored a touchdown or field goal on the first possession of the last 9 halves, including the 6 drive openers of each half this year.
That's a sign of good coaching. Scoring on the first drive of every half this year. Travis, bad throw, and it should have been picked off. He threw it behind Jaheim Bell, and it clanged off Jalen Phillips.
Just not on the same page with Jaheim Bell. Watches Jaheim Bell's releasing. He sees outside. I think Jordan Travis thinks that ball's going to go right here. Instead, Jaheim Bell rolls to the outside, and it's almost intercepted. On the same page there with his tight end.
2nd down and 10 from their own 45. Rodney Hill, who brings some big playmaking ability, the running back position. He's explosive, to use Coach Atkins' description of him. They basically rotate in 3. Benson, Toafili, and Hill at running back. Travis throws off his back foot and he completes it, and then it comes out. Keon Coleman couldn't hang on. He had the first down with about a yard to spare if he'd been able to make the catch. Andrew Makuba nearby.
And a great job of Makuba coming off an injury, missed last week. He closes. Great job initially separating by Keon Coleman, but not strong enough, even at 6'4", 220 pounds, to reel in that pass with close coverage nearby.
Makuba back after missing the last 2 weeks. Played in the opener against Duke, part of an experienced secondary that they think is much improved after a big-time struggle last year. Alex Mastromano, the punter, and the fair catch made by Tyler Brown. Looking up into the bright sun, he struggled just a bit.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like these all-new boneless chicken wings. Juicy all-white meat chicken, lightly breaded and baked to a crispy golden brown. Try them with our new zesty sauce. Find our new boneless wings on the Papa Pairings menu. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Here's a Yuletide wish come true. Walt Disney World holidays. And Santa, too. With sights and lights and decor galore and holiday memories. But wait, there's more. Right now, get up to $1,000 on a Disney Dining promo card when you buy a 5-night, 4-day non-discounted room and ticket package at select Disney Resort hotels. Come stay in the magic and get on your ears because holiday traditions begin right here.
You said you didn't want to watch the game with them.
No, I didn't, sweetie. Girl, I never said that.
Should we check the replay?
Honey, we do not need a...
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, saving money when you bundle home and auto with Progressive.
I said that.
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. Diets and exercise add to the struggle. Today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. With a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50% and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. Ask your doctor about twice-yearly Leqvio. Lower, longer Leqvio.
Wow, you guys did great with this place. Yeah. And it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
ABC College Football is presented by Gillette Labs, the next generation of shaving.
Well, the tradition of running down the hill for the Clemson team on the way to the field began back in the 1940s, but it was 1966. Today is the anniversary where part of that trip down the hill includes rubbing Howard's Rock. They won 23-6 over Wake Forest on that afternoon in 1967. Our friend and legendary colleague Brent Musburger called it the most exciting 25 seconds in college football. Pass batted down. It was intended for Adam Randall, and he was open in the flat, but Fabian Lovett got a hand on it. The 5th-year senior from Vicksburg, Mississippi, who started his career at Mississippi State.
Oh man, what a play there by Fabian Lovett, because if that ball lands in Adam Randall's chest, he's got at least 10-15 yards from the nearest defender.
On 2nd and 10, after a 44-yard punt by Mastromano pinned them in, Will Shipley driven back. Lovett involved in that stop as well. Just a 2-yard pickup for Clemson.
Third and long situation here. Garrett Riley's got to understand that the pass rushers for Florida State are a handful for everybody in college football, but the tackles are the most gettable spot of this offensive line. Got to think you might move the pocket for Cade Klubnik, get him outside, give him a little time to survey the field downfield.
So Adam Fuller, defensive coordinator. Klubnik throws, far sideline, caught, first down. Bo Collins with Fentrell Cypress in coverage, and without Williams and Turner today, you'd have to think they'll go to Collins a lot.
And this is a big-time throw from Cade Klubnik. A little bit inside. Fortunate, though, for Bo Collins and that strong right hand to be able to reel in. Usually you miss an outbreaker inside. That might be picked to the house, but his receiver's able to reel it in for the conversion.
Late sub running on for Florida State. They weren't set up front, and Shipley goes right through the middle for a quality gain on first down. Now he has to come off. Looked like maybe something involving his left arm. Yeah, there is a flag down on the play. Jeff Heiser is our referee. We have Jeff on our telecast for the third time in 4 weeks.
Need to start traveling with the crew.
Yeah, does a fine job. We're happy to have him.
Personal foul. Defense, number 55. Harris Helmet came off on the foul play. Came back in and participated. 15-yard penalty. First down.
I think Fisk was the guy running back onto the field. Our crack spotter Zach Rapatrazone tells us his helmet came off on the previous play, so he has to stay out for play, and here he comes running back in.
Man, he blow up the right guard Mitchell Mays too. Didn't even see him coming. It's an ear hole shot, but a big mistake there by the substitution of Florida State defense.
First and 10. Swing pass errant. Intended for Maffa, off his hands. That's a layup that should easily be completed, but Klubnik off target. 19-year-old sophomore from Westlake High School, Austin, Texas, a perennial power where Drew Brees and Nick Foles played among others. Very highly recruited. Backed up DJ Uiagalelei for most of last year, and when Uiagalelei struggled early in the ACC title game, he came in, Klubnik, and was the game MVP in their win over North Carolina. Another one that required a hands catch by the speedster Tyler Brown. He's out of bounds in Knowles territory at the 49, a yard short of the first down.
So far, Garrett Riley's done a nice job when they get a little off schedule with a bad first down play, make it third and manageable.
3rd and 1. A lot of thinking in the pass, batted down. Jared Verse, it is ruled a forward pass. The tremendous defensive end, who's the #1 defensive player on Mel Kiper's draft board, made a big play there.
What a great play, too. And Cade Klubnik, as he gets a little older, you'll negotiate that rush, try to throw it around him, but Verse too big and knocking it down.
4th and a yard. Dabo Swinney going for it at the Florida State 49. Nearly 9 minutes in. Movement, but they got back. It was Shaheem Brown. Play clock down to 3. Do they intend to snap it? No. Dabo Swinney indicating that he was trying to call a timeout. I think they're going to give him the timeout instead of the delay of game penalty. We'll see if they do indeed go for it on 4th and 1 when we come back.
At the Cracker Barrel, freshly made food at a fair price is just what we do. In fact, we've got over 20 meals under $12, each served with a helping of care. Cracker Barrel, take care now.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever.
Yes! Yes. Yes.
no.
Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
We're trying to put together a mission. It's definitely crazy.
Let's take this house and everything that comes with it.
1 in 8 people have worked at a McDonald's. That's a lot of technical skills, people skills,
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
and lifelong skills learned on the job and off that 1 in 8 will always have.
Bro, say, man, this goat done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for Prime. Did you just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac
is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Rated M for mature.
The chaos is coming, Guardian. I dare you to defy it.
Take home a souvenir or 6. Follow your team wherever they go. Handle any curveball, then find something new to cheer about. It's the flexibility you want, only at Southwest.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
He's Gary, the Golden Bachelor. Premieres Thursday on ABC.
All season long, student sections across the country competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más Student Section of the Year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. Great student section here, enjoying a glorious 79-degree day. Their team about to go for it on 4th and 1 at the Florida State 49. Maffa is the big running back. Maffa, first down, running off left guard.
And a great job by the left side of this offensive line. As you can see, Marcus Tate, the left guard, 74, and a double team with Will Putnam, their center, their best offensive lineman, moving that defensive player back a little bit, and enough for Maffa to secure the first down.
Playing without their starting right guard, Walker Parks. Mitchell Mays is in at right guard. Klubnik wide open. Jake Brunning stole the tight end to the Florida State 30, 15 yards on the completion of Brenningstool. And there's a flag down on that play.
Pass interference, offense, number 8, 15-yard penalty. First down.
Adam Randall.
Trying to create a mesh technique across the middle, but you're going to see on the left side, Adam Randall, watch as he comes from your left, and look at how he really blocks the defender to try to create that pick. It's a very easy call by the official. It just took him a second to clean it up. As you can see, though, Bo Collins is screaming out the back door with a lot of room. It's difficult to diagnose, but that's a good call by the official.
So a big call. Instead of going to the Florida State 30, they're at their own 40 and 1st and 25. Klubnik on the design roll, put it up for grabs, and is fortunate to get away with that one into double coverage. Intended for Bo Collins and broken up by Cypress, who's had an active first quarter. Let's quickly bring in Matt Austin. Matt, what did you think of that penalty call?
Well, it's the responsibility of the offensive player to avoid contact. Now, the way he comes into him, the defender kind of grabs him. If he would have tried to get away from that little grab, I think he might have been okay. But he, as Greg said, he continued to drive across the field. So I think it's a good call.
On 2nd and 25, under duress, out for Shipley with a lot of running room. Will Shipley breaks tackles, and he's out of bounds at the 42 of Florida State. 7 yards short of the first down. It was Joshua Farmer who put pressure on the quarterback.
And a great job, too, by right tackle number 78, Blake Miller, securing that edge and allowing Shipley to get one-on-one with Kevin Knowles, the safety, who's filling in for the injured Akeem Dent. Shipley, of course, so difficult in the open field. And yet another example of Garrett Riley, second and really long off schedule, getting back to a more third and manageable play.
Leading active FBS player in all-purpose yards per game, Will Shipley, the junior from the Charlotte area. 3rd down and 7. Klubnik has a man open. It's caught. Tyler Brown, the emerging force from right down the road in Greenville, South Carolina. 23 yards and a first down.
And there's good pressure provided on the left-hand side by Verse, but how about Klubnik staying in there and delivering an accurate throw on a crossing route?
4 receivers lined up in a bunch to the short side of the field, and another flag flies.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Blake Miller, the right tackle, making his 18th career start. Just a sophomore, started as a freshman last year out of Strongsville, Ohio. They are in field goal range, and Molly introduced you to Jonathan Whites. Might we see him on the field shortly? Will Shipley. You mentioned those all-purpose yards. He had 238 of them last year in their win at Tallahassee. 121 rushing, 48 receiving, 59 in kickoff returns. He can do it all. 121 plus on the ground in each of the last 2 games against Florida State. Surprisingly, does not have a rushing touchdown this year. He goes out in the pass pattern and has it. And he's down near the 10-yard line. Cypress another tackle. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Clemson on the move.
You see this route all the time by Christian McCaffrey. Just a little halfback option route. You're working against outside leverage. You know that tight end on the inside is going to clear it out. You have tons of space inside. A little more accurate throw, and that thing might have been out the gate. But just see the versatility by Shipley on display here in the first quarter.
14th play of the drive. They've marched 82 yards. 3rd down and 3. Design quarterback draw at seam for Klubnik, and he's dropped for a loss. And here comes Jonathan Whites. Molly told you his story. The last 4 years was in this program as a backup behind B.T. Potter, the all-time kick-scoring leader in Clemson history. Never attempted a field goal. Attempted 3 PATs. There's his family, his mom with her hands over her face. They've had kicking problems to start the year from a very highly recruited and talented Robert Gunn. So Dabo Sweeney called Whites in Charleston, South Carolina earlier this week to see if he would come back. He arrived on Monday. And his first career kick is good from 30 yards. And Dad Jonathan, Mom Lisa celebrate. He had a year of eligibility left, obviously. Elected not to use it because he thought he'd just sit for another year behind Gunn. So he was finishing grad school. He had a job lined up in New York. He was supposed to go up there later this coming week. Dabo Sweeney's sons, Will and Clay, told their dad on Sunday, you know, Jonathan Whites is still in school. He's taking classes online, but he's enrolled. Dabo called him Sunday. He came up Monday, made 7 out of 8 in their facility. Said, Coach, I think I can do it. He practiced the rest of the week. And Dabo said yesterday, this is either going to be a great story or terrible. It's off to a great start. His boss is here. He was going to go work for Ally Financial in New York City. He already had an apartment. And he called his boss and said, I have a chance to go back and be the starting kicker for Clemson. And the boss said, I'll be mad if you don't do it, and I'm coming to the game. And Matt Brennan, we're told, is somewhere here today watching his now future employee. Gunn is still the kickoff man, and he bombs one out of the back of the end zone. Here's Kevin Nagandi.
Good afternoon, Sean. Time now for our Allstate Good Hands Play of the Day. And John, or make that Jim Harbaugh's back in Michigan playbook. It's open book here.
Yeah, nice little flea flicker there. Welcome back, Coach Harbaugh. That play doesn't get called without Coach Harbaugh on the sideline.
J.J. McCarthy to Colston Loveland, 35 yards. They would eventually scored 7 apiece inside the locker room. Give me my theme music.
How we feel about the white helmet?
I love it. Woo. Everything about it. It just, I mean, that is swag. We got Colorado coming up against Oregon on ABC after our game. Sean, back to you.
All right, glad Colorado finally gets some attention. On first down, Travis swings it out wide for Keon Coleman. And he gets 3. Here's Molly McGrath.
Well, Sean, Jordan Travis suffered a left shoulder injury last week, but finished the game. And in pregame warmups, he wore a brace on that left shoulder, and you could tell he was uncomfortable and not used to wearing it. He was constantly readjusting his brace, and he has since taken it off. So he's still figuring out how to handle this shoulder injury, Sean.
We heard at the end of the first half last week at Boston College. Missed just the end of the second quarter. Returned and played the entire second half. He told us during the week he's good to go. Feels fine. Jaheim Bell stacked up by a fired-up Clemson defense. Loss of 3. R.J. Mickens up from his safety spot. Justin Maskell in on the play. Jeremiah Trotter. On 3rd and 10. Travis wrapped up and spun down by Jeremiah Trotter.
And a nice design pressure. You're going to see pressure on the outside, and then Trotter's going to fill in. They kind of don't pass it off correctly between the right guard and the right tackle. As a result, Trotter somehow gets around. As you see Emmanuel swing and a miss, and he drops Travis for the big 3rd down sack.
That is the end of the first quarter. Clemson leading on a field goal of 30 yards by Jonathan Weiss. College football on ABC returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
On season 6 of Fansville by Dr. Pepper, things are heating up.
Mom, Dad, I have a girlfriend, and she likes college football.
The stars have arrived.
I've made my choice. This season, I will be drinking Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
And everyone wants a taste of fame.
Welcome back to Chuck's Take, because every fan needs a podcast.
To get a thick color, I use 2 coats of maroon. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
I love your nails.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. No, actually, the mild spiciness of the jalapeno peppers. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Hey, my name's Liam, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is that it's so creamy. The pimento cheese has the great flavor, but it also lets everything else on the sandwich elevate it. That takes it up to another level. It's the best.
Champion! Travis Kelce is a champion! Twice!
Dude, it's my new ringtone.
Travis, zip it. It's your year, big guy. Let's get you ready.
With 16 grams of protein per can and chunky spicy chicken noodle, soup that eats like a meal.
Twice!
Saturdays are about 2 things. Heading to the Home Depot and...
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot.
watching football.
What a smooth handoff.
Watching a lot of football.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique.
Even football here.
And football snacks.
The Home Depot and College Game Day.
The perfect Saturday.
Upgrade your home with Behr Premium Plus interior paint at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
We're kicking off game day with a Twisted Tea drop.
We're surprising real Twisted Tea fans who love the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Real brew tea with 5% alcohol. Keep it twisted.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
Another double dose of Monday Night Football. On ABC, Hurts and the Eagles soar into Tampa Bay. On ESPN, the Rams face Burrow and the Bengals. Eagles Buccaneers at 7 on ABC. Rams Bengals at 8 on ESPN.
It's fine. It is! It's fine! It is fine. Is it fine? No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Spectrum Business is made to work, just like your small business. Made to overcommit and overcome.